Hello and welcome back to Black Mesa Zen and God Mode. So I just made it up here after coming all the way from down there and fighting a bunch of things on the way. And now we're coming up over here to... Oh, that's kind of interesting. That looks like old-timey computer monitor, like this is technology from Earth. That they've captured or analyzed. Oh, there's a person. Several people. Security guard. Not Barney Calhoun, though, because we know he survives. Various scientists, computer equipment, a box of paper. Well, that must be really interesting. A laptop. No, excuse me, a pizza box. A pizza in a pizza box. Is that a phone? Yep, telephone. Some test tubes. I think that's energy ammo for a gun or whatever. Okay. A picture of somebody's dog. Looks like I'm supposed to go over here to where I'm gonna get sucked up into this tube. Well, then let's do it. Oh. This is pretty. There's a shield here, a force field, keep you from falling down in there. This looks like some kind of display or something. I mean, it's like it's displaying the galaxy maybe, or yeah, it kind of looks like the galaxy. Although you can see it visibly rotating, and of course the galaxy does not actually rotate that fast. I mean, it's rotating pretty fast, but it's so unimaginably vast that if you were like outside the galaxy and could see the whole thing, you wouldn't see any movement. It would look like it was sitting still. So, wow, they made this whole room just to be pretty. Oh, and what's this? It's a mechanism. Do we have any baddies to shoot? Follow the blue lights, I guess. Looks like I've got different things to do here. Is this a button I can push? Nope. So the blue lights are bracketing these blue objects here, but it doesn't look like there's anything that I can do with them. So come over here. Yeah, nothing I can do with this. So I guess the question now is, where do I go and what do I do when I get there? I'm guessing that going down there would be a bad idea if I could actually take damage. So what do we do? That's kind of interesting. It's a visual glitch there, I think. Well, okay, so I come in here, I look up. I mean, I don't think I can shoot that. Whoops, okay, I was trying to cancel my weapon selection, but I guess you can't do it with escape. Nope. Shooting that does nothing. Shooting this thing do anything? Nope. So, let's see here. Okay, so I wonder if going down here does anything. Oh yeah. Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to guess that going further down is a bad idea. But I can go in here. Oh, this is where I was. Oh, okay. Ah. I think I see what's going on here. Okay, so this is where I was. So, come back around here. So going that way isn't really a way to go, so we'll just go back up here. And we'll just run up and around like we did before. There doesn't seem to be anything down there that I can do anything with, so... Okay, so I'm back up here. So this is basically the top of that shaft that we spent much of last episode ascending. But I do not know... Oh. It's an elevator. Okay, so I'm now guessing that the next thing to do is we got a little light platforming here. Ah. Got a big ball that we can walk into. And now we're... Okay, so we're back out here. I'm hearing a lot of sounds. Like people. Echoes, perhaps. So I think this is what we were seeing as our ultimate destination when we first came into Xen. I think this is where we were ultimately trying to go. Cool music. Look, it's on fire. It's like we're in hell or something. Got a quick save here just in case. Just take a few seconds here to just sort of look at everything. Okay. The final Whoa! Thud. Oh, the Nihilanth. Okay, so we are at the end. The final boss battle. I know it's not what to do in this case. I'm hoping that they did this differently than in the original game, where he would shoot out those little, those balls at you that would teleport you to some place where you then had to fight your way back. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Ah, are you bringing in baddies? No, you're just bringing in explosions. Okay. Ow, you hit me with a rock. Okay, I'm going to kind of run around and explore this place a little bit. Being in God mode means that I can do this at my leisure. Die. Now. Die. I'm not going to die. You cannot kill me. but you are just as much a slave as the Vortigons. We know this because you, I'm assuming, if you're like in the original game, you are shackled. You have shackles. You are bound. Okay, it doesn't look like there's really much of anything around here. They're shooting fireballs at me. Okay, fine, whatever. Oh, well, somebody sent me some ammunition. So now I gotta figure out what it is I'm supposed to shoot. Okay, those don't seem to be doing anything. So... oh, maybe these green things. Nope. Shooting the green things doesn't help. He's shielded. There's got to be something I got to shoot, right? Okay. So in the original game, there were like these crystals coming out the wall you were supposed to shoot. What does this do? Oh, what's this? Okay, those don't appear. It's a... ow. Okay, so it's like a, some kind of iris here, like this is supposed to open up. Okay, so let's see what happens if I throw a rocket up here. Oh, that does seem to do something to that. Aha! Ah, okay. So these are just shielded. Looks like rockets are about the only thing that are effective here. Oh, it does seem to be that... there we go. Okay, I guess I am able to shoot it with the gun here. Let's see if I can hit it with, okay. Well, rockets are easy to shoot it with. Alright, you are unshielded now, I think. Oh, what's this? Oh. Okay, so that was like a piece of a building. Okay, so now we moved into the next phase of the battle. The question is, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Well, oh, he dropped a thing on me, okay. Oh, he's launching cars at me. Okay, so he's basically bringing stuff in from Earth. Let's see what happens if I shoot at him. Oh! I can take out these panels here. So, can I climb up there? Maybe I just need to take out all the panels. This crossbow is super powerful. Oh, he took a hit when I shot him. I don't know if I'm supposed to shoot him in the mouth or what, but... Oh, okay, that kind of, he threw another frickin' car at me. I wonder if this will do anything. I guess I'm just shooting at him. I don't know if I'm supposed to shoot at anything in particular, or if I'm just supposed to shoot at him. I guess there's ammo over here, yep. Plenty of. Okay. Let's see, maybe if I shoot him with this thing. What happens if I shoot all of these panels? Well, almost out of ammo here. Not sure if I'm supposed to do anything else or if I'm just supposed to keep trying to do damage to him. It's kind of interesting how it makes it. It's just flying around in a circle. Okay, so that's what these things are. It's like he's regenerating, perhaps? Ah, I see. You are supposed to shoot those things. The crossbow, the ultimate weapon. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I see. They come out the ground. Okay, I need to go around to... I kind of want to go over here. Oh, you hit me with a car. Well, the nice thing is it's not doing what it's like in the original game where it was kicking you off into other rooms. So I think the idea is if I can do enough damage to him, he'll activate those, okay, here we go. Okay, I got 2 of those. Okay, so go over to the last one here. Okay, those things are all gone now. But I don't want to die. I'm just assuming that I just have to keep doing massive amounts of damage to him. Just keep doing damage. I'm assuming is a shield. So I got to get around the shield. Avoid these things. Ah. Methinks he's not happy. He's like throwing the guidance system off. That hurt him. Oh, this was his head open, okay. Oh, I think that's the end of it. You hit the crystal in his head. Oh. Okay. Save that. Where am I going from here? Ah. That whole thing just explodes.
Gordon Freeman in the flesh. Or rather, in the hazard suit. I took the liberty of relieving you of your weapons. Most of them were government property. As for the suit, I think you've earned it. The border world, Xen, is in our control. For the time being.
For the time being.
Quite a nasty piece of work you managed over there. I am impressed. That's why I'm here, Mr. Freeman. I have recommended your services to my employers. And they have authorized me to offer you a job. They agree with me that you have limitless potential.
That was cool.
You've proved yourself a decisive man. so I don't expect you'll have any trouble deciding what to do. If you're interested, just step into the portal and I will take that as a yes. Otherwise, well, I can offer you a battle you have no chance of winning. Rather an anticlimax after what you've just survived.
So I am going to
choose.
So let's see what this battle that I have no chance of winning looks like.
It's time to choose. Well, it looks like we won't be working together. No regrets, Mr. Freeman.
Rather an anticlimax. So what does this look like? In the original game, they teleported me basically into an area where there was a whole bunch of enemy creatures. Yeah, here it didn't even give me a observation terminated, postmortem subject declined offer of employment. So cut off for some reason. Alright, so now I choose. Limitless potential.
Wisely done, Mr. Freeman. I will see you up ahead.
Awaiting assignment. And that is the end of Black Mesa by Crowbar Collective. So it, the first part, which I played through in an earlier playthrough, and the videos for that are in their own playlist, was really, really well done. Now, I don't know if they've made any improvements to it since I played through it, but, I can't think of anything that they would have done to it other than maybe just a little bit of fine-tuning here and there. One of the things that they did is they took some areas, like the on a rail section, for example, that kind of ran a little long in the first game and kind of tightened it up. Obviously, the source engine, everything's better, higher resolution, higher definition. Yeah, it's Half-Life in the Half-Life 2 engine. And they did a really good job. Now, Xen, it's something we've been waiting for a long time. They wanted to do right by it. So it took them a really long time to finish it, which they finally did. As I've noted in an earlier video in this series, one of the complaints is that Xen went on too long. That, it was almost the second half of the game. I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, I would say probably the final quarter, maybe the final third. There's a lot of game before you get to Xen. But still, it's supposed to be kind of like the final chapter, and it was more like the final 3 chapters. So I can understand that criticism. I mean, as I was commenting earlier, it's like I was kind of hoping to be done with it by now. I didn't expect it to take this long to play through it, even in God mode, where I didn't have to worry about avoiding damage or anything like that. But nevertheless, I think they did a pretty good job with it. I think it does improve on the Xen chapters in the original game. Whether or not folks are going to consider this the definitive Half-Life game, that is, if you think of this as being the official, so to speak, will this become the canonical Half-Life? Will this become the canonical first part of the story? I mean, I would have to say that, that because you could still play the original Half-Life, obviously, because it was what came out first. I would say that this would not be the canonical first part of the series. It's I wouldn't say it's a reimagining. It's an updating. It's more than a remaster. It's a remake, I guess you could call it, with a bit of the reimagining around it. A lot of what you see in here, of course, is informed by the existence of the games that came after Half-Life, namely Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And so I imagine if I was paying more, even closer attention, there might have even been more callbacks to or references to things that you see in those later games. Like one of the things, for example, is you see the Vortigaunts acting against you under the control of those floating, I can't remember, octobrains. No, that's from Duke Nukem. But, the floating creatures that basically mind control the Vortigaunts and force them to engage you and attack you. And when you destroy them, then the Vortigaunts no longer are under their control. And that's reflected in Half-Life 2, where the Vortigaunts call you the free man. They revere you as the man who set them free from the control of those that were controlling them. Ultimately, the Nihilanth, which was the creature we faced in the final level, he was like the mastermind. But in the original game, I didn't really get a close enough look at the model of what the Nihilanth looked like. But you could, in the original game, if you look closely at the model, you could see that he had metal bands around his arms. He too was actually enslaved, and I guess the idea behind that, I guess my understanding is that it was Combine was controlling him. So the Combine were the ones that were controlling everything that was going on in Xen. And so they are the larger enemy that's only hinted at in the first game, whether you're playing it in the original form or playing it in this form. And of course, the events of Half-Life, the Resonance Cascade, the opening of the portals, that's what allows the Combine to invade Earth and take it over. So that happens presumably shortly after the end of this game. So the G-Man makes you the offer. You accept the offer. You're basically put into some kind of stasis until he brings you out of stasis at the beginning of Half-Life 2. Anyway, so that's the end of Black Mesa. That's the end of the Xen levels. That concludes this playthrough and this series. So for those of you who are watching, I appreciate you watching through this. Hopefully you found it at least moderately entertaining. And that will do it.